everybody, and welcome back for more Neocap. Here we go. It was well after midnight, and I met my right quota. Checked my field grid, deep yellow green. I had in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. Let's push on. So I had to push on. Every PAX was a chance to learn the city and earn some coin. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm over here. My battery is doing okay. Got a lot of people actually. Okay, let's do this one. Liam. Liam waved to me before he got in the car. He looked excited to see me. I gave an exaggerated wink to see if I could get a laugh out of him. It seemed to work. Hey, Lina? Wow, what are the odds? We see each other again. Oh yeah, that was the guy from the beginning. Of all the Neocaps and all of Los Ojos. He gets into mine. The odds are very good. I'm one of maybe 3 Neocaps left in the city. Oh, well, I'll call it fate anyway. More fun. How you been, Lina? Kind of rough. I was finally happy. Why dwell on the bad stuff? Okay. Pretty great. That's great. What you been up to? Working mostly? I met some pretty cool people. The clientele is really different from Cactus Flats. In a good way, mostly. Mostly? Right after we met, I met the Swedish corporate spy. Sounds dicey. Los Ojos is a lot of things, but it's never boring apparently. So what about you? Wait. You got one of those things on your arm. No way. The field grid. Wow. Yeah, actually, Savvy gave it to me. Oh, interesting. How do you feel about it? It's pretty cool. Really? You dig it? I find it so bizarre, just as a concept, putting your emotions on display. Does it make you uncomfortable? It makes me more honest. I know you can see my field grid, so I have to kind of tell you the truth. At least how bad I feel. How I feel, yeah. Unless lying delights you. Fair point. Yeah, I need to stop. Stop what? Being all thinky. Dissecting stuff. You and me both. It's the worst. I've been trying to stay out of the heavier side of Velo, but... Lina, not to bring the room down, or the car, I guess, but can I ask you something? Of course. Do you know anything about Sophie Lemieux? The late Sophie Lemieux? I know a few things, yeah. That she was a ballerina, that she was hit by a car. And that Capra trying to pass a law with her name on it. Well, after I left you the other night, I went out to take some pictures and stumbled onto this massive crowd of people. It was a vigil for Sophie. Big deal, lots of mourners. Some people had signs about cars, about Capra or whatever. There was this portrait of her, full ballet pose. Arabesque, surrounded by flowers, people crying, chanting about change. That sounds beautiful. Totally in a sad way, but what was really especially striking aesthetics wise was the whole scene was bathed in this blue glow, and it was coming off people's wrists, field grids. Are they really that popular here? I haven't seen too many. But people seem to know what they are. I think they're gaining traction. Well, at the vigil, field grids were everywhere. I got some interesting shots, but it was so strange taking a photo with only one possible interpretation. It's just, here are some sad people. You know, they are sad because they are blue. It's weird, you know? Yeah. But it's not that simple. But it's nice to actually be able to see it. I was feeling too much. I couldn't tap into a bigger picture view of this one. Okay. Do this one then. It's really weird that the game actually gives you an option to choose a comment, but then you can't use it. It's not that simple. I don't even know why they actually do this. But there are different kinds of sad. We can't read the feeling exactly. Yeah, maybe you're right. Either way, it was really striking. Mostly blues, some reds here and there, green, yellows too. What do those mean? Calm, relaxed, positive, chilly, chill, happy. But see, that's the problem, right? If I show up at a funeral and my field grid says I'm stoked, you're just enjoying happy memories? Maybe you're the murderer? Exactly. I keep picturing the Mona Lisa. 500 years of that unreadable smile. Until you set a field grid on it. It's a bit scrambled up about the whole... I'm a bit scrambled up about the whole thing. So you're not in the market for one then? At least the look is interesting, and I almost got a free one. Who's handing out free field grids? Good question. So I'm at the vigil, yeah? Everything's blue. It's dreamlike, mournful. But then I look across the street and there's this whole gang, right? Not a field grid in the pack. It's the dark zone. I go over there to check them out, and they say there's this group called Relics. The word hit me like a gut punch. Maybe I could get some intel if I play this right. Oh yeah? Who's Relics? They're anti-car activists. Cool people mostly. Except one of them who got pretty heated when I said they must like Sophie's Law. Rookie mistake. They hate cars, but they hate Capra even more. Even more than you, maybe. Hey, you're the one who brought them up this time. No baggage here. It's all good. So, what were they doing at Vigil? Well, they were actually trying to recruit. At Sophie's Luminous Vigil? Interesting. Yeah, they were saying the law is a cheap half measure, gives Capra more power, doesn't save any lives. Anyway, I showed them the photos I took of the blue glow. And they said none of those people had field grids when they showed up. Apparently 2 hours earlier, some Capra reps showed up and started handing them out, free of charge. Well, Capra can afford it. More striking than just candles. Definitely. Radix said the reps passed one to everyone who showed up. Huh. Yeah, I guess my question is why? Because it puts on a show? To your brand partner? Yeah, we'll do this one. Free advertising? And then I take pictures of it and share it with the world. Makes me feel a little skeeved. I don't even know, duped. Corporate. Exactly. Yep, that tends to be Capra's thing. I know I'm more than familiar. That's something I maybe should have told you the other day when I got weird. Do you work for Capra? When you got weird? Yeah, I got quiet and sort of standoffish. That wasn't fair. Oh wow, no, that was on me. Well, at least let me make one little excuse. I worked for a big copper adjacent company when I was still in the UK. I got the job really young, working in immersive tech and AI. Loved it. And let me be creative. It let me be creative, and I felt like it was changing things. So we got big. We got big because we were good. But then you lose yourself, don't you? Yeah, I feel that. More and more I was balancing creativity, my actual work, with corporate ethics. So you're sure this wasn't in Los Ojos? Kind of a global story, I guess. So we kept working with the worst people, saying yes to more funding regardless of where it came from. To make myself feel better, I joined all these initiatives for change, for diversity, helping the right kind of communities and people. I took so much on, and so did lots of us, but it was just impossible. What's the phrase? Money talks. Definitely talked louder than we did. So you left the job? I did, for at least this year. They were pretty clear. They liked me back at the end. Will you go? I don't know. I guess maybe this trip is a test to just see if I can turn my brain off. To be a tourist, not an activist. Just watch all the Capra stuff happen and let it flow by. Just let everything float by. No agonizing over morals, no fighting, just observing. Where do you feel you're at? You know that's impossible, right? I wish I could do that. I'm doing my best to remain impartial on everything. Turns out to be a lot of work. I mean, just look at me. I'm lost right now. I took a really good picture of an important LO moment of people experiencing something profound. That might be one of my best. But I can't decide. I used to do nothing but decide. And now I can't even see if a photo I took is real. I know the feeling. Was anything real in Los Ojos? Of course it's real. It's still real people experiencing something real. I have a feel grid. My feelings are still legitimate. Real people, real moments. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Hey, listen, obviously don't take your eyes off the road, but do you think I could send you the picture? You can tell me what you think. I want to share it. I think it's important, but I sort of love your thoughts. Be my moral compass. Yeah, send away. Thanks. And sorry if I'm being a downer. People come to LO for the lights and the sights, you know. And I end up getting right back into the muck. Things are gonna be okay. I think LO is just going through a bit of a phase. Right? Aren't we all? But here we are, experiencing the city this way. That's gotta mean something, right? I pulled up to Liam's hotel again. It was hard not to feel a pang of jealousy, having a decent place to sleep. Felt like it was part of another timeline for me. And here we are. Cool. Thanks for listening to me rant, Lina. And for looking at the photo for me. Always here for rants, friend. See you in the text. He was already scrolling through his camera as he walked in. Did the fate of de facto Capra and campaign lead in my hands, mixed with the fate of a photo that could sway the Sophie's law vote? Liam, buddy, I can't tell if you came to the exact right person or the exact wrong one. 5 stars. 2 for 2 on positive interaction with Lina. Very nice. Okay. Perfect. Launch Grasser. 110, damn. Yeah, I'll take this one. I know it's cheaper, but I don't care. So not only was Savvy missing, whatever was going on was forcing me to give money to Capra, my last resort. I checked in at the Gilskin Hospital, white lobby, and followed purple floor lighting to the elevator 3 and capsule 412. The gleaming shelf slid open at my approach and sealed me in with a soft hiss. I knew it was a glorified torpedo tube. I don't know how they made it feel like a luxury moon pod. It's actually annoying how good Capra is at this stuff. I fell asleep immediately and woke up like my body had just leapfrogged ahead in space-time. But where had my mind gone? I felt foggy and just off. I thought of those old body snatchers in sci-fi movies. Pod people? How about capsule people? Good evening, Lina. Evening, Lina. Athena, Capra's unflappable AI, chirped at me. Yikes, this whole situation gave me the creeps. I slipped back into my car like I want to apologize to it for the betrayal. Night 3. Physically, I felt clear-eyed and centered. Like my mind had been doing yoga poses while I slept. My field grid even glowed a reassuring white. I had the name of a radix bar. Now. Stunts machine. I could try the odds that was spot Savvy and I were supposed to meet up the night she vanished. I opened the NeoCab app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope, at least now I know a few friendly faces in the city. Hopefully one of them needs a ride as badly as I need some leads. Well, you have to charge up also. Okay. 3 rides. Yeah, definitely have to charge up first. Little on what I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. Each bar would set me back 1.32. A little steep, but here I was. Full charge. Go back on the road. Okay. Oh, that's that weird lady again. Maybe I should, yeah, let's go over here. A hardstyle dance club known for all-night DJ sets, hypnotic techno, and then struttable dress code. Tourists stay away. Okay. Let's go over there. Maybe if we can get some answers here. Sam Machine was all dramatic haircuts, pounding bass and scrolls. And that was just the outside. The bouncer loomed in front of the door like a boulder. Given my complete lack of poker face and an outfit that was still more cactus flat than Los Rouge, I didn't look the part. I could pretend I left something inside. Maybe I could flirt my way in, could send a few coins their way. Deep breath and, hey NeoCab. Oh, it's you. It's me. Yeah, that was the girl from before. You lost? Not exactly. Hey, maybe you can help me. I need to get inside. I'm looking for someone. What? No, how are you? No. Hey, Azul, nice to see you. Sorry. Nice to see you too. Listen, Azul, I know, I'm just kidding, jeez. It's actually kind of good to see you. Didn't get to thank you for what you did. There's no need for that. I'm a driver. I drove you. Yeah, because I need help. You got me where I need to go. Not a lot of drivers would do that. Guess I'm not a lot of drivers. That's a good thing. You ever consider giving it up? This wasn't exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't risk Azul shutting down if I didn't humor them. Maybe one day. I recommend it. Although I guess it doesn't matter if you want to quit or not. Capra's gonna make that decision for you. Typical Capra, huh? Yep, typical fucking Capra. You know that's how I lost my arm, right? I didn't... Yeah, and this was years ago. Guess there's no consequences when you're a megacorp. Even if you're spewing death traps all over the roads. Listen, I'll pass on a lesson. Don't play chicken with those things. They love to talk about their 99.999% safety rating or whatever. Want to know the truth? I want to know the truth, but maybe not this one. At this moment when I came here, because I need info on my friend. So I need to stay on their good side. Sure. Look at their fucking promos, real close. There's an asterisk by the last, I don't even know what that word is. By the last 99.9%. Isn't there always? What does it mean? That the 99 point whatever rating is only against other AVs on the Capra mesh network. Their sensors see each other with perfect clarity. But that's the only testing they've ever done, as far as we know. So some kid coming home late from study hall crossing in front of Capra. Just a smudge on his lens. A settlement that only covers about a quarter of my bills. I felt for Azul. They were a little rough around the edges, but no one deserves that. I'm really sorry for what happened. Whatever, but it's why I was still messed up the other night. A lot of bad memories came back. I get it. I'm sure you do, but you're probably not here to hear my life story. So, why are you here? I need to get inside. I'm looking for a friend, she's gone missing. Her name's Savvy, and everything in Azul's expression changed, and they stood up straighter. Savvy? I know You know Savvy? You know Savvy? No, seriously, Neocap. No bullshit, you know Savvy. Yes. Why do you think she's in there? Because this is the only Redux club I know. And you're what, her friend? Business associate? She's my best friend. Can I please just get inside? I need to know she's safe. I just want to find her. Maybe she doesn't want to see you. Look, I saw her first thing when I got into town. She seemed pretty worked up about something. Said she'd explain when we met up in an hour or two. When she finally texted me in the pin, I raced over there and she's gone. But there's her phone smashed on the pavement. Huh, probably had a temper tantrum or something. Smashed the phone and blew you off. She's intense like that. Was this a game? Azul was playing devil's advocate with Savvy's safety? Savvy wouldn't do that to me. Oh, I completely missed that one. And she would never leave her phone behind. But I figured I should come here because when I picked the phone up, there was this Redux sticker on it. Oh yeah, obviously. Why obviously? Because Savvy's not just part of Radix. Savvy is Radix right now. This sounds insane. Savvy's totally not a Radix type. Or, I mean, she wasn't a year ago. I guess anything was possible. I've seen her reinvent herself more than once. Yeah, well, things change, Neocap. Plus, it's easy to become Queen Radix when your boyfriend is the de facto king. Radix is non-hierarchical. There are no leaders, but it's definitely not It definitely got cool kids, high school all over again. Who's your boyfriend? Jace. You don't know who she's dating? Don't sound like a great best friend. We lost touch for a bit. Okay, so Savvy came in with Jace a couple months ago, wrapped around him like a scarf. Suddenly, she's at all the meetings. He's looking at her like she's this manic pixie bike girl. She got all these bright ideas to take down Capra, and it's like, I don't know, classic. Do you think Jace might have done something to her? Do you think Capra might be tracking her? If she's high up in Radix now? Do you think there's anybody in LO Capra's not tracking? I don't think that's it. But I'll tell you what I do think. I think it's no fucking surprise she's gotten into hot water. Why not? Because that's how this shit goes. Savvy, listen, I know her, and I know her type. She's smart, she's dynamic, she's pretty, she's charming, she is a dream girl. I mean, everybody's kind of in love with her. Everybody wants her time. One night, she's with Jace doing political organization. Next time I see her, she's hanging out with some edgy DJ. Then the other day, I'm passing Capra Tower and I see her with this tech bro douchebag. A Capri Shield Street Central casting, wearing a hoodie and everything. And hey, you'll like this, Neocab. She's getting into his car. Is that the last time you saw her? Yeah, I said hey to her, asked her where she was going. She seemed like weird about it. Said something like her and her friend Charlie were gonna go talk. But she said friend like, you know, like there was something going on, I don't know. Oh, don't worry about him, he's just a friend, that tone. Maybe they're actually just friends. I don't know, maybe. Savvy's the kind of person you spend enough time with her. You kind of don't just want to be friends, you know? Yeah, that's kind of true. That's kind of very true. The point is, I'm trying not to get involved. Seems like a recipe for drama, and that's some shit I don't need. So are you going to let me in or not? Nah, no can do. Can I at least go in and ask around? No. You did a nice thing for me, Neocab, but I'm not letting you in. Sense machine isn't your scene anyway. I won't tell him I'm a driver. I'm not going to hang out. I'm going for Savvy. If you want to use Savvy's name to get in here, bring her with you. Is there anything I can do? You should probably just follow the trail of dudes she leaves in her wake. Find someone who gives a shit. You know, I've had it. I mean it. Find someone who knows she's missing. Like the guys who follow her around like puppy dogs. Right, so Jace, how DJ Capra Charlie. Easier than trying to get any Redix to talk to a dead dealer. Oh, come on. It's been great catching up, Neocab, but I'm on the clock, aren't you? I set my own hours. And all it costs is your soul. You're welcome for all the help. Drive safe. I waved and headed back to the road. Follow the dudes Jace I knew about. I went had Savvy not been stringing along with some DJ. But hopping into a car with a Capra type? That didn't add up. Charlie, he must be one she was meeting the night she disappeared at that rich person dorm. Kinfolk. I didn't exactly have much to go on, but a clue was clue. Really curious how far they're gonna pull this Exodus story. Okay, we got okay. Yeah, the philosoph I can't even talk anymore. The the therapist woman that slid into the back seat. Oh no, yeah. Hello again. Any progress on the quantum thing? The quantum thing? We really need to get you a textbook. But yes, I made some progress. I'm now gathering more information. Which is why you're heading to... Is this right? City Hall? Yes. They're announcing where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight, very dramatic. He's hoping they announce the choice of a balloon drop. What do you want to learn? So there are three neighborhoods being considered, or maybe I should say Trident. Trident? The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Could you just hang around people as they played lottery? No. That will do this one. Yeah, it's called Dread. Not quite. Dread and hope both anticipate an outcome and tend to pure uncertainty. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. Yeah, she's just this energy woman. Yeah. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wonder if my worry about Savvy was feeding her. I felt gross, like she was a vulture from those moments in life when you feel small and helpless. When you're just so vulnerable. I know what you're thinking. Oh? You can read minds too? Good, because this whole thing is getting on my nerves. You're wondering if you should take Oubliette or Isidore Street. You'll take both. Highly doubtful. Oh? The timeline will branch in. Wait for it. Oh no, wait it. My body tensed up, I held my breath. I totally missed the turn onto Isidore Street. There, did you feel it? Annoying at this whole thing. The little branching of timelines. No. I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was falling sensation. It was a falling sensation. Followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down Isidore Street. Another down Oubliette. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other versions of Una and Lina not ill will. And don't look at me like that. So you really think that's how it all works? Of course I do. Because it does. I have to... What did my mother used to say? Recipes. Receipts? Recipes, yeah. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum statisticians. I can't... Yeah, whatever. It can be annoying this way. So I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but what do you actually do? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover passphrases. And that's it. It's not easy. Well, it's a little bit easy for me. I just thought we'd do more once we've cracked multiple dimensions, like real peace. Yeah, we've looked into that, and trust me, no one wants to live in that waking nightmare. Dreadful, just awful. I think I want your job. I'm not surprised to hear you say that. You live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? I do. Each choice is a branch. That other version of you, with that other passenger, she exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Should I be jealous of another version of me? Why aren't I her, and vice versa? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. Quantum Richards, here I come. I wasn't sure I wanted to be good at... here we go. I could teach you. If you had access to 512 qubit quantum compiler, and assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course, and had 20 hours a week for problem sets, I'll boon up return rides. I have to confess, I maxed out geometry. Trigonometry? What's it good for? Besides video games. Games aren't very much fun after you learn quantum statistics. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. I nodded. You didn't shrug. You could have shrugged. The way the world branches in the tiniest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I was starting to feel weird. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Why one and not the other? Why did their decisions happen? What is a decision even? A choice from a menu of options? Stumble down a path of least resistance? A little bit of magic? The space between considering a choice and deciding on one. It was too much to really look at, like staring at the sun. It's a miracle any decisions ever happen at all. My head felt like it was going to explode. I was dealing with way too much over uncertainty in my reality to process this. It must be exhausting to be Ona. Ona tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, I zoned out for a second there. I was saying get ready for it. For what? Ona looked at the window. There's the other version of us, the Ona and Lina that took Isidore Street. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. I bet they talked about the weather. I'm thinking, compatible silence? My extensive training in quantum statistics indicates that is very unlikely. Ona shuddered. It was like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. I felt it too. Either way, we were at City Hall. The timelines have emerged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little bit more of myself. I need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. Do you really feel this way all the time? I do. It was upsetting at first. Running problem sets on a quantum computer, understanding they were all happening at once. And so, by extension, was everything else. But the match checks out. There are simply the cards we've been dealt. So you just got numb to it. Doesn't it make the world just seem like a fog? I've come to find it utterly liberating. There are no wrong answers, because they are all inevitable anyway. That other version of me? That other you? All those other rides? Maybe we'll meet up at the end of all of us. Probably not. But that's okay. I couldn't help it, I think that sounded a little sad. Wish I had perspective. Yeah, this one. A life without regrets sounded much more peaceful. Oh, I need to get in there. The neighborhood is about to be ruined. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between nods of protesters gathering outside. They were all fired up, chanting, waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense, they were fighting for their homes. I wonder what would happen if Ona told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Ona perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs and closed her eyes. I wish her luck. Tonight, Lina is a fascinating possibility speech, not fully manifested. What? Decreased? How dare she? Okay. Who's this? Sam Lucas. Just setting up my Neo cab. Fiona Prack. Charlie Elliott. I need a 5-star for this one. God dang it. Okay. Then we'll do Sam Lucas then. That'll probably be also the last one for this recording. I spotted him standing in front of Buzz Burger, glowing at the pedestrians like he was in an aquarium. Oh, tourist. I held and waited for him to notice me. I honked to get his attention. He jumped and flashed a grin like I was Santa driving a sleigh. Hi, are you Lina? I'm Sam. He held out his phone with his ride request, as if showing me important documents. Yep, that's me. Don't worry, I believe it's you. First time using NeoCab? Oh jeez, is it that obvious? He just looked a little starstruck by everything, that's all. Like a real noob, right? I suppose that's fair. Did he just say noob? Wait, do people still use that word? I think the bigger question is why you be the one. You be one. I haven't heard it since I was a kid. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I really lost track of all the lingo while... Never mind. That was a little weird. So were you just... Well, wait. So where are you visiting from? Visiting? No, I'm coming back home. I suppose I do look like a tourist though. Maybe a little. Oh, you're just being nice. I bought the shirt from Capra charging station, okay? I love... Yeah, okay. In that case, you definitely look like a tourist, yeah. Well, I'll take it. It's better than the truth. I've had enough late night confessionals in my car to know when somebody had a secret they didn't really want to keep. Seems like you have something you want to get off your chest. Oh, do I have to tell you? I mean, I know I brought it up, but I like talking to you and... Yeah, it's kind of an unpleasant thing. Always nice to hear Pax enjoys my company, even if he was just being a little cagey. But you know, that just makes me more curious, right? That's fair. I should probably practice telling people anyway. He took a few seconds to compose himself. Maybe just a few more minutes of normal small talk. Really, dude, the secret better be good. In that case, how about that sports team, right? And is it Friday yet? Oh my god, look out. There's no one driving that car. I followed his panic, but it was just a standard Capra cab buzzing towards us. The Capra, are you serious? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've just never seen one in real life before, and seeing a car speeding towards me without anyone driving it? God, it really freaks me out. I can see that. Look, I don't want to pry, but it's getting weird. Just tell me what's going on. You're right, it's my first night back in Los Ojos in a while. Like 15 years. -5 for good behavior. Well, exactly 3.413 very long days. It felt like he was searching for the right words. So much has changed while I was inside. It's a little overwhelming, to be honest. But I thought a neocab might be a good place to start. Ex-con, that was a new one. Well, welcome back, I guess. He gave a sharp inhale, like I'd hit him. So I didn't know what to say. No, it's just... I don't think most people will be as generous as you when I tell them. Never a dull moment here at Neocab. 10 years. So in that case, let's just think of you as a time traveler. The world's worst time machine. Sounds good to me. Want me to fill you in what happened the last decade? That'd be helpful. Most of the jobs you remember don't exist anymore. And the ones that managed to survive the great disruption most likely have an AI boss breathing down their neck. I can't even imagine that. What's left? Well, anything that requires a complex understanding of human thought processes. Meaning, for better or worse, we're a long way off from things like robot comedians. Okay, silver lining? There's no way they'll eliminate all human drivers though, right? They're definitely trying. And it didn't feel like Capra was going to stop anytime soon. Alright, I think that's enough of an update for one night. Too much information? It's a lot to take in, yeah. Plus, I'm finally starting to see things I recognize. The city streaming by couldn't have been less familiar to me. The tower skyline, the neon sign fighting for the attention of an empty street. Sam's face had gone soft and dreamy, like he was seeing old friends. Sam's face was gone soft and dreamy. I had a list of stuff I was going to do as soon as I got out. Get a proper haircut, some clothing that weren't orange. And now, the thing I've been picturing the most. Walking through her door again. For dessert. Is that where you're heading? I'm happy for you, but you and your lady friend, that's your business. That where you're heading? That's right. Have some cookies to bake. Wait, did I hear him right? Is that some prison slang for, you know, were you a baker before you were arrested? Actually, no. We head to my aunt Cassie's house. Actually, she's not really my aunt, but she fed me and listened to me when no one else would. And she made the absolute best cookies. Everyone has to have a thing in prison, you know? The skill you bring to the table, so the guys respect you. I don't know how to fix cars and had pretty much zero connections. I can't draw to save my life, so no one wants my stick fingers as a tattoo. Are you saying you won over a group of convicts with cookies? I know, world's lamest inmate, but it was all I could do, believe me. A lot of the guys had never baked anything before. Bean baked, but never baked That was my regular joke. Not bad. Well, I only had 10 years to think it up. He reached into his jacket pocket and unwrapped a perfectly golden cookie. Here, I baked a few this morning to show her how she saved me, even when I was inside. I want you to have one. I could see the chocolate chips were dark and just melted enough. The edges looked crisp and middle looked soft and buttery. Heaven. I ate it without a second thought. It was chewy and delicious. Oh my god. Do you like it? It's like cookie nirvana. Oh, take a left. And she took a right. Okay. I walked down the street so many times, either looking for trouble or trying to get out of some. But it's going to be different now. Cassie's Cookies. What do you think of that name? What's your second opinion? Seems pretty perfect to me. Good, that's a relief. Honestly, the shop is kind of only thing I have to look forward to right now. His voice buzzed with energy. That I'm seeing Aunt Cassie. We're almost there. How do I look? I could see in my navigator that we were close to the address, but I wasn't sure this particular part of Los Ojos has stayed the same all these years. It looked great. You're really nice, you know that? Not a lot of people would be so kind to someone like me. Wait, is this Beaumont Drive? It is. I pulled up to a glow, not a charming porch light of some kind woman's house, but the neon glare of a Capra charging station. It was right here. What's going on? No, this can't be. I'm so sorry. This whole Outerland is condos now? God, it's like a yuppie fever dream. What happened? I'm not sure. Progress is the party line, I think. He repeated my words like it was the first time he'd heard it. Progress. It's gone. She's gone. Do you have her number or anything? I don't even know her last name. God, I must look so pathetic to you. Don't worry about it. Is there somewhere else you want to go? Seb kept silent except for loud shaky breaths. I could feel him willing himself not to cry. The tension was making my stomach hurt. Take all the time you need. Hear him unwrapping more cookies in the back seat. You know what? I need to stop kidding myself. You know where you can take me? The Crackle. The Crackle? Shitty bar, you know it? I don't, but... Can I take you somewhere that's not a bar? Where would you suggest I go? I don't know. You still need desserts, right? Coffee shop? That place just gave me the creeps. You're really nice, but I'm not really... No. I'm not sure I could stand any place that's well lit, you know? I could understand that. I started up the engine and rolled out of the neighborhood with all its ghosts. It's not a drink I'm after, believe me. Being sober going on 11 years now. But I know there will be at least a few familiar faces sitting at the bar. And if Deb still owns the place, she might even let me crash on the break room sofa. Greco was closed. It made sense that it'd have been his regular haunt. And I doubt he was the first person to head there after a stint in prison. It's probably not my place to say it, but... I still think Cassie's Cookies is a good idea. All the bakeries in LO are so trendy now. Flavor foam, savory donuts. There's something refreshing about a chocolate chip cookie. Something classic. Well, as a time traveler, I have to say, classic sounds a lot like old. The dive bar loomed in our sight before I could respond. A few gnarly motorcycles and gnarlier looking characters loitered out front with his short boy haircut and pristine jeans. Look, I hate to ask you this, but I wasn't planning on having to pay for a place to sleep tonight. And Cassie had one of those industrial mixers I was going to use for the bakery. Now I have to buy one, but banks don't usually give out loans to ex-cons, you know. What do you need? It's too much, I'm sorry. Well, I don't have a lot to spare, I'm sorry. How much? 20 coins would really help. There's a lot, but you need it more than I do. I know what it's like to need help getting back on your feet. Thank you, Lina. I hope someone shows you a kindness someday, like you have for me. Before I could respond, he hopped out into the night. He was probably just embarrassed, but in this town, it seemed like everyone needed a little extra help, even a guy who just wanted to bake chocolate chip cookies. Welcome back to the world, Sam. The kinds of strangers is so rare and precious, thank you. New message from Liam. Hey Lina, thanks again for the ride. Great talking to you. Here's the picture I took of the Sophie's Limnio Vigil. Do I post? Go for it. It's a beautiful shot, thank you. Put it up straight away. I think it's a good call. I was maybe being silly earlier. Hope you have a great night. Hope to see you around. It was well after midnight, and I met my right quota. I checked my field grid, deep green. I had in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. I called early night. Live to fight another day, right? Your rating decreased. Launchgrasser. And I'm gonna stop it here for this recording. Thank you very much guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.